That last, of course, is the reason there are wizards. See the next chapter. Okay, so that's our 15 minutes for the first chapter of this mysterious book. Okay, I see that people like it so far, which is nice. That is so wonderful. And then, okay, it looks like someone tried to Google YA books with a library as a setting. Looks like we have a wizard in the chat, which is fantastic. Does anyone have a guess? I'm going to pause for just a minute in case anyone wants to give a guess for the title. Here's a hint. I did read it. It was one of the things that I read while I was reading it because they include it in the text. Okay. See, we've got some comments. We've got 10 people here. Hi, 10 people. It's good to see you. Okay. We just finished reading the first paragraph of our book. Gonna pause for a minute. Oh, yay! Somebody else likes the book. I'm so glad. This is one of my favorites. Okay, so now I'm going to tell you what the title is. And this book is written by a very prolific sci-fi author and fantasy author. She's written something like, there must be at least 20 books that she's written. She's written 10 in this series because this is the start of a series of books. And the very first book was written in years and years ago, but the publication date for the first edition I think is 2003. So I see that there's some people here. Oh no. The book is called So You Want to Be a Wizard by Diane Duane. Okay. So the basic premise of the book is that Nita has found this book, So You Want to Be a Wizard. You may be familiar with different wizarding books. I know I have a lot of wizard books that I know and love. This one's kind of unique in that wizards are chosen based on the needs of the world. So it's great that Nita has access to this book. And sorry, the 2003 was inaccurate. That was when, yes, wizard is in the title. I think there is a slight lag, perhaps, in the video. But yes, So You Want to Be a Wizard. Wizards is in the title. And the actual book, sorry, that's the new cover edition that was published in 2003. The books have been around for a bit longer than that. But So You Want to Be a Wizard, Diane Duane, stars two characters, Nita and Kit, with two very different types of magic. Nita can talk to trees and living things. Kit can talk to technology. Think cars. So Kit's power involves talking to cars. In the very first book, they team up with the aid of a star to save the world from this power called the Lone Power. And I don't want to say any more because I don't want to spoil anything, but a big part of the So You Want to Be a Wizard series is that there's responsibility associated with wizardry, and you have to learn on the job. So if you've read wizard books before where people get to learn at a gradual pace, this book isn't like that. They sort of get chucked into the mix and have to figure it out as they go. Because if there's a crisis, a wizard is needed to represent the forces of life. Yes, so I see in the chat someone mentioned the Wizard's Dilemma, and that is a continuation of this series. So if you get into the So You Want to Be a Wizard books, the first several are available as one collection from our Hoopla account, as the Young Wizard series, which makes me very excited. So if you happen to go to our Hoopla account to check out the Young Wizard series, that's going to have books 1 through 3. So You Want to Be a Wizard, Deep Wizardry, and High Wizardry. So starring Kit and Nita, and they get to do all sorts of fun things. They get to go swim with sharks and dolphins. They get to go to the city and fight the Lone Power. There's even a starring role for computers and technology and some intergalactic travel. So you've got a lot to look forward to in this series, and I highly, highly recommend it. So if I'm going to give you 5 reasons to read this book, here's some of the reasons that I love it. Number 1, I love it for the Wizard's Oath, which contains the idea that the wizards are responsible for the health of the entire universe, not just for their own health or their own happiness. They have to go out into the world and try to save other people. 2, I like it because the world is wildly creative. Everything can talk. So if you know the words, you can speak to anything. I could talk to this lovely little pencil jar if I wanted to. I would just have to know the words to speak to it, which means that everything sort of has a say in how life unfolds. Part 3, there's some cool little scientific asides that get tossed in there. Number 4, I love the star. I hope you love the star too, who shows up later in this book. And number 5, Nita and Kit both have wands. And I don't think this is a spoiler to say that their wands are very different because their wands reflect the type of magic. And we're not talking a wooden wand with a different core. We're talking that their wands are based on the type of magic that they work. So Kit's wand is related to technology, and Nita's is related to trees and to nature. Okay, so there's So You Want to Be a Wizard. I hope you can seek it out. Again, that's on the library's Hoopla account, so you can start reading it right now if you wanted. You could have already started reading it in the middle of this chat. So I hope everyone is doing well. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Thanks so much. Bye.